Hi everyone, my name is Anusha. I'm from Vishnu Institute of Technology, currently pursuing third BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. I'm going to explain you how about the callback functions and promises and asynchronous await functions and how to create a to-do list using the closures. So here I'm going to explain you the callback function. A callback function is a function which gets another function as an argument or calling the function another function in one function. So it is I'll show an example to get the idea. So here the greet is a function which has a name and the callback. So here callback is a function that is being called here. So the callback, so you can see here the greet Anusha is the name that I have provided. Say by as a function is being given as an argument to the greet function. So that is how the callbacks works. Next, the promises. Promises represent the completion or failure of an asynchronous function. So here the promise is being created like this. The promise has the two elements that resolve and reject. If we get the data, it will be resolved. So example, set timeout is the timeout that is to call the function after a few time. So 2000 milliseconds is being given here. So here I have created a variable data which has sample data. If data, it will call the resolve function, that is what return data, else it will reject the data, print the error, and so it is working. If it gets if the resolve is being called, it calls the dot then function, passing the data to the result. So this data is being passed to the result. So if reject is being called, it invokes the catch method. Get the clarity. So here resolve calls the dot then method, and the reject calls the dot catch method. So here, so asynchronous and await functions are, so we in Java, the multi we can only, it is a single thread, so we are not allowed to run multiple things. So it will take a long time. So we use asynchronous functions which await which we can await for the data to come. So asynchronous functions doesn't interrupt the total flow of the program until it gets ready. So it is helpful to not disturb the flow of the data. So here constant get data is an asynchronous function. So where is the await function to get the data from the fetch data. So here we keep it in a try catch mode, because it gets error, it will be printing the error. So await waits until the fetch data is being get it from the fetch data function. So this is how these are works. A to-do list using node.js. So here we'll use the concept of closures to create a to-do list. So that what is a closure? A closure is a inner function that has the access to the outer function elements or variables. Even the outer function completes its execution. So when you call the inner function, it has access to the elements that are private in the outer function also. Even the outer function completes its execution. So it is very useful to create a to-do list. So here I have created closures. I'll show you. An add is an closure which has access to the variable all, which is an outer function to-do list element. So mark as complete is also, and all these are the closures. So here I have created add function to add the elements to the list, and mark as complete to uh, where you can tell that whether the task is completed or not. So here overdue is the thing that we will check the task is overdue or till it is being there. We'll filter the things of that array where the overdue, where we have gone to the overdue. So things has not been done. So it comes under overdue due today, which has to be done today. So today's, which has the today's date, it will comes under due today. Due later, which has tomorrow, or the other things comes under due later. Due later. So this has the display list. To display the things in a format, so I've used this display list function. So here I have a checkbox. It checks with checks the completed thing. If it is false, here the checkbox checks whether the task is, if it is true, it will put an into mark like that, and if it is not completed, it will show an empty places and display date. If it is today, we cannot display the, will not display the today date. So it will empty string. So if it is a due, if that is a date, so it is not equal to today. it will show the date of that date. So it is passing that into this dollar using that dollar symbol. So it is how all the things the to-do list returns all these things. Here is how I get the today's date. I have written a function to get the today's date and yesterday's date and tomorrow's date. So it is how, and we are adding the things to the all list we have, right? So we have created an object tools and we are adding similarly we're adding things into the list as an object. So this object has title, due date, and completed or not, whether these are things which have been added to the to-do list. And the to-do list, we have to print the to-do list, right? So it is how as the overdue things are being printed, and then due date today and due later. So this is how it is being done. So we can access the things, right? Due date today, we are accessing the variables, even the outer function has completed its execution. So now I'll run this thing and I'll show you. So submit assignment. So we have a list, right? We'll check with that. So due to overdue, it has been overdue. So yesterday it has to be done, so it has come under overdue, and or due today. So today we have due today as two elements, parent and service vehicle, which is completed, which has an into mark, and which has not completed, it has an empty basis. Then due later, it has file taxes and pay electric bill. These are comes under due later, so it has been tomorrow. So since that will that both are false, so empty basis.